So what are some things you look for? Some work, what are some key things that you've started to look for in people being pitching to you? What are some things you like? I like that. I don't like that. What's some red flags? What's some green flags?
The first thing is Shark Tank is 100% real. You invest your own money.
Yeah.
And you don't get paid to do a TV show. So it's completely free. You invest from, say, $50,000 to $1 million each deal. But it only goes through after DD. So you do 6 weeks of DD after you finish filming, and then you look under the hood of the business. Are the financials correct? What they said, is it true? And so on. And if it's not, then you obviously pass in a deal. But if it is, you then invest. When I invest in a business, whether it's on Shark Tank or whatever, I always look at the founder or founders. Are they capable of running a company? Can they execute? Because most business owners I've found over the years, they have great ideas, but most struggle to execute. And the reason being, they go, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Work with speed. The reason I've done so well in business is I'm definitely one of the dumbest people in the room, but I work with urgency and speed. I'll get things done today and not tomorrow. I never say to my guys, let's do it tomorrow. I'm like, no. Let's stay back and do it tonight. If you have speed in business, you will succeed. If you've got common sense. Like, that's all you really need.
Yeah.
And when I invest in founders, I look at the business idea. Is it great? Yes. Are the founders capable? Yes. Do they get back to me on WhatsApp quickly? Yes. Do they call me back quickly? Yes. If I message them and then they call me back 3 days later, red flag.
Yeah.
There's no urgency there. If I message him or her on a Sunday and they message me back within 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, they're hungry.
Yeah.
They want to do well in business.
Okay.
I'll invest money.
And what about the industries, products, services? There's certain things that you look, some metrics that you think
Doesn't
about?
matter. I think I can make money in anything.
Yeah.
If you can have an average business idea, but if you can execute extremely well, you can make money. It doesn't matter the industry. Actually, I won't touch restaurants generally because I don't, because I've done it before.
We'll eat there. We just won't buy.
I've done it before, and I invested in the wrong people, and I've been scarred by it. That's all. They are good businesses if done well. I've been burned by it. But you can generally make money in anything. Yeah, just common sense, read the room, work with speed, look at the 1%ers, and you'll make money.
Red flags, big red flags, do you think? What are some big investments in the pitches that they're giving you? What's some big red flags you notice?
They don't understand their numbers.
Yep.
Always know your numbers in business. What's your revenue? What's your cost of goods sold? What's your profit? A lot of people on Shark Tank didn't even know that. I'm like, man, what are you doing on this show? Like, this is basic stuff. What's your plan of attack to scale? What's your marketing budget? How are you going to market the business? How you market the brand? Are you going to work in the business full-time or part-time? Is it a side hustle? If it's a side hustle, I'm not going to touch it. You need to be committed. If I bleed, you bleed. I don't believe in investing in people with side hustles. You need to invest a lot of time to scale the business.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah.
Like, it's not 9 till 12, it's 8 till 8.
Yeah.
For the first 12 to 24 months. And after that, once it's calm and business is flowing and it's going well, then you can maybe cut back.
Yeah.
But initially, it's like grinding.
Yeah. Managing a few businesses now, right? You've got a bunch on the boil now. So what's some of the things that you do to get your head across a couple of businesses at once? What's some of the things that you do in your day so that you can be effective across those businesses, but without feeling like you're a strain? I can't do another business. I can't do something else. How do you run your day a bit to get through that?
It all comes down to people.
Yeah.
Like, as you know, you've got a great team. I met your team. They're amazing. If you've got really average people in your company, it's very hard to scale. And you're never going to have a whole team of rock stars. It's impossible. You can't have A players. You can have A players, B players, and maybe a few C players. But if they're D players, get rid of them. So my whole management team globally, who run all my businesses, they're mostly A players. There's a couple of B players in there. But they're generally very good and very loyal. I give them equity in the company, so they're all making great money. And they work hard. And then from there, they manage the teams directly. Like, if I go to my Singapore office, unfortunately, I don't know many people in the business. There's about 200 people in Singapore. I don't know the faces. But I know my management team. and I catch up with them every single week for about an hour. We go through the entire business and see any issues. We work through a task list of everything we're working on and who's it assigned to, what's the due date, and what exactly are we working on, and it has to be completed.
What do you look for in those leaders then? I mean, A players is one thing, but what is an A player to you?
Good question. What do I look for in these people? Knowledge, speed, and common sense. And you've got to be likable. If your staff dislike you, they're not going to follow you. So you have to be likable. You've got to work with speed when you work with me, because I'm not easy to work with, because I do demand a lot at times, and the ones who stay with me have generally come up through the business. So I never hire externally for a senior role. I generally hire within the company. So they started off as an account manager or a tech or a salesperson, and they've been promoted multiple times, and now they're GM.
You've got a high standards for yourself and obviously your kids and your businesses. I know, because a lot of us are like that. When has that been a challenge for you in business?
Oh, when I see incompetence. And I don't mean I'm incompetent myself, but I'm like, I don't want to be surrounded by incompetent if I'm incompetent. But sometimes I see things, I'm like, how don't you understand this? This is so simple. And I'm like, oh my God.
So most entrepreneurs...
That's why I'm losing my hair.
Right? Hey, you can't talk about losing your hair. Mine's gone.
What irritates me is when someone says they're going to deliver something on a certain date, they don't deliver. I said, look, I won't annoy you from now until Thursday when it's due, but on the due date, I expect it done. Is that fair? 100%. And if it's not done, I'm like, come on, we had an agreement. Or when I have staff calling in sick every single week and I'm paying them $200,000 salaries, that really annoys me. And I said to my staff last month, I said, for those who are calling in sick every single week, sick, and they're not really sick, obviously, I said, I'm never, ever going to promote you because I can't rely on you. I said, I rely on the people that show up, give me 100% from 9 till 5:30 every day. I never expect any overtime, ever. But from 9 till 5:30, I said, just give me at least 80%. Yeah. And the ones that do, they get promoted quickly. The ones that don't, never get promoted. And I'm quite open about it.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm very open about it. Yeah.
Richard, I remember one of the first times I spoke to Richard Branson. I said to him, I just came off a Virgin flight, and I had, do you remember the credit cards with the little thing in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I spoke to someone from Virgin Money or something, and they were all really kind of similar in their approach. I said, Richard, how do you train these Virgin brand people to be so good? And he said, it's 80% hired and then 20% trained. So you have a high standard of what you want from people. What do you do in your hiring process so you hopefully 3 weeks later, 3 years later, aren't getting frustrated with them not being who you need them to be?
Yeah, it's a good question. With hiring...
You can't just say, are you urgent? Because they go,
No.
Yes,
So what we do is actually...
You know? What do you do?
Yeah, good question. So if we're hiring for an account manager, for example, they have to come back and present a pitch to us. So we say, this is the brief. We want you to do an audit on Bunnings, for example. Come back on Thursday and present. And some will go the day before, I can't make it. I'm going to withdraw from the position. But the others that do a full presentation or an audit on Bunnings, I'm like, okay, a lot of work has gone into this.
Yeah.
I know they're keen for the position. And you'll know who isn't keen because we make our salespeople do it, we make our account managers do it, we make technical people audit a website, and they've got to do a full presentation as well. And if they're not hungry, they're going to withdraw from the position.
And what do you ask them? What are some key things? Let's talk about the people that report to you, because as you grow your empire, you've got to have people that are going to be looking after you. What are some things that you screen for, look for, ask about in your process?
I always ask them, what have you done in the past? And if they say hospitality, I said tick.
Yeah, I like hospitality.
Because I worked in hospitality for many years. And you
hard workers.
It's hard. You need speed.
Yeah.
So I always look at one, hospitality, love that. If they've come from a large corporate position or a bank, for example, I won't hire them. Because I'm a betting man, and I'm like, okay, the odds are they're going to be slow. And I mean no disrespect when I say that, but they just wouldn't survive in my business.
It's so true.
Yeah, if they've come from a large company, they can hide.
Yeah, right. That's 100%.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Every time I've hired someone from a massive company and they've got great recommendations and an amazing CV, they've been crap.
Yeah.
So I don't do that anymore. If they've been studying for X amount of years, like an MBA, it doesn't really excite me either, because they've got no real experience in a working environment. I need someone that's worked in a really fast-paced environment that has common sense. I can ask them questions, they get it, they communicate with me well. You can almost feel it in your gut. I know, never ignore your gut instinct.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you guys have met someone and you go, oh, something's off with this person. Yeah? Like, and you're generally right. And when I meet someone in an interview, I'm like, oh, this guy is off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hire this person.
Have you always listened to that?
No, and when I haven't,
Yeah.
it's cost me a lot of money. And I'll give you an example. We hired this former lawyer for a sales position, and
That's where you went wrong.
in the interview, like
Nick, I could have told you
his
that.
credentials are great, but something was off with him. But I still make him an offer, get him on board, rah, rah, rah. And then someone Googled his name. He was done for sexual harassment.
Right. That Primal asked you what the offer is.
So it's okay. We'll give him a second chance, blah, 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 blah. But he wasn't delivering. I said, exit this guy. And then he claimed sexual harassment against the guy that was training him.
Right.
I was like, what? This guy's like, he's got 3 kids, married man, wholesome. I'm like, come on. So he tried to sue me. I'm like, I'm not taking that.
Yeah.
I went back at him, and then he withdrew. And my gut knew he was off.
Right.
So sometimes my faith in humanity dies, because some people are just rotten at the core. But when you meet great people, it's like, thank you for restoring my faith in humanity.
Yeah.
Like, I've got some great people that I work with. One was a junior. She came in as an intern. Her ATAR score, which is her high school score, was 99.5. So I know she works hard. And she grew up near Woodend. So I know she came from a pretty good family, because that's where I'm from. So I was like, tick, tick. And now she's 24 years old, manages 50 people in the company.
Right.
She's a weapon.
Right.
It's like, you can just see when they're going to be good.
Yeah.
And when they're not, you're like, I just knew this person was going to be great. I should have got rid of him a long time ago.
Yeah.